Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Friday the 12th of May. But what a beautiful, it is shockingly 59 degrees today. I think it's supposed to be 80 something today. Tomorrow, they're predicting in town 91, and again, the same again on Sunday. Should be a warm one. All right, let's get this Friday over with, start ourselves a weekend. Well, Mama?
Yes, I love.
That's the beginnings of what's going to be an 85 degree day here in Vancouver.
She's going to be warm.
She's going to be a cooker.
I know it.
Good thing I got them air conditioners.
60s, all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, but it does that. It seems like every year all of a sudden.
Yeah. So
rainy and 50 and sunny and 90, you know.
Yeah.
That's a shock to the system.
It is at that.
Then there'll be that point where you look back, oh, you remember we were thinking it's going to be hot?
So hot.
Yeah. After you go through a few 100+ degree days, 85 is
Then you're cold and you're wearing a
turn
coat.
the heaters on, yeah.
Yeah. Like a little
Human
humans.
nature, yep. Well, Mama,
Yes, Papa.
let's bust out a Friday and start our weekend.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And you have a wonderful day.
You too, sweetie.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So this is the 2018 Spyder RT Limited. It's in for an oil filter change, removing all the heated gear wiring. They said they don't use it anymore, so they want it out. So all that's out. Checking the battery in fantastic health. Just giving her a good look over. She was like, remember I told you a story? She was like 82 years old, I think she said. Back in 15 or something like that. She took that trip to Alaska. She had a red one. I think the red one was, I don't know, 14 or 15. And got in a crazy avalanche thing and busted it all up. But anyway, this is 18 that she bought. Well, sadly, her grandson now owns it. But she's doing okay. She left a note saying she trusts his decisions, whatever, for it. So she sold it or gave it to him. And so now it's his ride. But it was nice seeing a letter from her they attached to the RO. And it's in the bag now. Sprocket just slid right off. Look at that. It's still got the Kluber grease on it. It's got almost 19,000 miles on it. Whew. Lucky me. Alright, let's put a new one on. Everything else is done. Sprocket's the last thing. That's fantastic. I just had to clean the Kluber grease. There was no rust on the splines at all. So, gets the washer. Get some 609 on the splines. Make sure it disperses, go on and off several times. Make sure it evenly gets on the splines of the shaft and the sprocket. Torque her down to 150 Newton meters and roll. So actually this is my second white RT Limited to drive today. Oh, look at that. She's got the comfort shield on there. Heck yeah. First one was a 2015, I think. It's a used bike they got from us, and says it's handling a little squirrely. Got about 40,000 on it, and he just recently bought it. He's had several Rikers and stuff, and thanks, Matt. And anyway, got an RT, and she goes, that thing's all over the place. Well, I didn't know he had Rikers. I go, well, you know, it sounds like the typical new Spyder, you know, Riker rider. Freaks them out. They don't read the little things. Going, look, this thing handles different. It's in your manual. Send a little card you're supposed to be reading. Wherever on other Spyders, it's under the little glove box or underneath the lid of SNF3. Tells you to study your owner's manual. They're different. And but it wasn't. He had a bunch of Rikers, and So I take her for a test ride to see what it's like. And yeah, she's a little bit on the nervous side. And the guy must not have bought the Spyder from us. I know who the previous owner was. And he never had it aligned to us. There's no record of it ever being aligned. So yeah, back in those days, they were more off than they were on. So I'd suggest sales is going to pay for alignment. Somehow or another, it made it through the UVI inspection process. We did put ball joints and stuff on it, and everybody's got scratching head. Why didn't it get down to me to have it aligned? Man, it just buses all up in front of me, buses behind me. Oh man, I didn't reset the dadgum clock. Son of a gun. Heated gear wiring was on it, and I removed it, and so I had the battery disconnected. It's definitely not 202. It's maybe it's about 302. I don't know. Oh, I hear little kids saying nice bike. I go, I don't see any of them even looking at me. Kids are so cool. Thank you. The little girl says, nice car. Oh, Winky Dinky, come on. I'm sorry, bus. People are slow. Oh, man. Really? I hate holding people up. Sorry, bus driver. I know the little kiddies want to get home. I would say this is the first time I sat down, but I sat down, I was saying that to myself. I didn't put a camera on it. It was just one of these. I was in the middle of this thing. I was about ready to apply the Loctite to the new sprocket and put it on. Glad he stopped me when I did, because he was going to have to wait. But, so yeah, I did ride another Spyder. It was the older style with the older dash and everything. Oh, it just feels so good. It's like 80 something out here. Spyder's saying it's 89. I don't think it's that hot. It was sitting out there in the sun outside the door for a little bit. Oh man, I just run in the school bus after school bus. That's a risk you take when you drive through here this time of day. So what you do is you watch for stuff coming before the van, and hopefully there's enough time that nothing sneaks up. It didn't. We're rolling. I still drive by that house, and I remember I was on a black Spyder RTS, I think it was, and it was fall. This was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and I seen that tree was all red and the leaves are flopping down. Just this big, beautiful scene on the ground. So I swung in there, and you know what? I'm gonna get really snagged by this bus, so we're gonna divert a little bit, because he's gonna pop back out where I'm running up here in a minute anyway. But anyway, that was just the beautiful red leaves on the ground. The tree was all red, and I stopped there and took a thumbnail. I have all my thumbnails I've ever taken in a folder. Of course, it syncs everywhere because I do it on my iPad. So it's under vlog thumbnails, I think I call it. Yeah. So everything's in there. You know, the daily vlogs, moto vlogs, everything's there. And they're all, you know, sorted by date. So it's really cool to go through there and just fly through time and go, oh, I remember that. Yeah, buddy, it's warm out here. I think it's supposed to be 85 today. I wonder what I got to. I got my phone in my pocket. I usually wear my watch, but I don't. I like to wear it on test rides too, because it's got a fall detection thing. So if you hit the deck, what are we saying here? Whoops. I must have been talking weather and it said okay. 84 is what it's saying, wherever it's reading from. Alright, let's continue. 84 sounds about right, because 85 is supposed to be the high. By the time we leave from work, that's usually around the peak around here, around between 5 and 5:30. So this Spyder, oh, I told you that. I knew the gal with this thing. She's sadly not riding anymore. So many of all, because this one gal that came in yesterday, I think she had an original 08 GS, and she came in and bought a used 2010 RT, or maybe it was 11. Yeah, I think it was 11. But anyway, she came in and having something done in like 09, 10, somewhere in there, but she came in and bought a used, maybe it was because it was that bright silver. That was a 10. And her and her daughter, I remember talking to them when they drove away and headed off into sunset one evening. So I know I've known her since probably 09, maybe it was 10, somewhere in there. But anyway, she was in yesterday. She had her last Spyder. She's gone through a few, I think. Her last Spyder was a 2014 RT Limited, or no, it was an RTS. But oh, she was the one that had the we've never had a 1330 DPS fail. Remember, she had the one that failed. God, you remember that fiasco or changing that thing? Holy moly. Take half the Spyder apart. That's one of those things where you call it remove the frame from the DPS. It's funny, you know, we used to joke about that thing, you know, to do the valves on that thing, you gotta remove the frame from the engine. Not the engine from the frame, you know, you're just removing everything. But, you know, there's these little scooters that Honda had, and the whole rear suspension and everything's all part of the engine and drivetrain, which was a belt pulley type thing. So you put it on the center stand, and to pull the top end off of it, it literally said remove the frame from the engine. And you did literally just that. You unbolt everything, pull the front wheel frame assembly off of the thing, and it's just the motor and rear wheel sitting on the center stand. The funniest thing. We laughed about that forever. But anyway, she came in yesterday and we bought her Spyder from her. She's got some health issues and she's no longer able to ride anymore. And that's what happened to this lovely gal. That's she's got some good stories. She's cool, really cool. I would imagine because that was like 15 or 16 when she took the Alaska trip, and I think she was saying, oh, curb stopper up there. God almighty, I hate them things. Yeah, I should have known that, because I was looking underneath there and I looked to make sure they didn't have them bolts in the back in there, because this thing looks like it's hit everything. You know what you see on one that doesn't have that, and you look under the paint where the stock skid pan and stuff like that is? Barely nothing. Because it's designed what it's supposed to do. You put these things on and it's yeah, it's a matter of time before it does something really bad. And I speak from experience. We've had some crazy radiator damage and frame damage and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's one of those ones that probably doesn't sleep very good at night. Because there's no way you could have a good conscience selling those things. They hit everything. You hit the right thing. It's bad news, Billy. There we go. We got some fans running. So I'm gonna run this thing up front because they took off. They were gone for a while. I think they're back. It must be because the service driver goes, "How far are you?" Okay, just a few moments away. Oh yeah, they got a major thing going on here, don't they? Amazing all the trailers we get. What's more amazing than anything is that we sell that many boats. That trailer loads of trailers show up here. Come on, young laddie. Alright, thanks for coming along on a rip on another Spyder that has some cool history, especially with the customer. This is not the one that did the Canada trip that I was telling you about earlier. This is the one she traded that in for this one. But anyway, thanks again. We'll see ya. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it's after 8 o'clock and it is still 75 degrees out here. Look at Mom with just a little thin nighty-night thing on there.
Yeah.
No robes, no coats, no nothing.
It's warm out.
Heck yeah. Man. I don't know what... I know it was like 92 going down the freeway, but that's, on the freeway. I think it was high 80s. For sure. You get on the freeway with the blacktop, all the other vehicles and stuff like that. But however, if you're on a motorcycle, that 92 is real. That's a real number that you're feeling. Because you're in that, despite what the weather says, But anyway, it was a nice day, productive day.
Busy day.
Took you guys for a ride on a Spyder with cool stories, and I hope you enjoyed that anyway. If I even got them all out right, I'm like, ooh, penny going across the floor and lose my train of thought. Think about too many things at once and try to get them all out at once. Don't worry. So run over the others. But anyway, we'll start our weekend.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right. We'll see you on a hotter day tomorrow.
Yes.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.